What's up everyone, it's Adam from Life of Adam, and today I have a brand new lifeguarding video for you guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, make a bunch of lifeguarding content about how to pass the lifeguarding course, how to be a successful lifeguard, basically everything you guys need to know. So definitely consider subscribing and liking the video if you're new to the channel. So today we're going to talk about a tricky situation that I guarantee like 95 to 100% of you guys are going to face as lifeguards. So let's just imagine for a second that you are lifeguarding. It's a normal day on the lifeguarding chair and you're just scanning the pool, you're scanning your zone, and you see a kid who is like underwater. He's not really moving. He's like, all of his muscles are relaxed and he's just floating underwater and his head's underneath for like 45 seconds. Obviously, right away, your mind's thinking, okay, this could be a passive drowning victim. Now, let's say his head pops up and he was just doing a holding their breath underwater competition with his friends. Now, right away, what I'm gonna admit is when I was a kid, when I was at a public pool, I used to do this because in order for me to win these holding your breath underwater contests with my friends, you would have to be completely relaxed and like do like a dead man's float and just like close your eyes and just like relax and try to think of happy thoughts in order to like hold your breath underwater the longest. As a lifeguard, if you don't have enough information, let's say you just see this one person doing this, you start to really freak out because you have to draw the line between wanting to save this person's life and not wanting to embarrass yourself and jumping in and then having the person pop their head out and looking at you like, what are you doing? So I'm just gonna give you guys some tips of how to avoid this tricky situation and how to break it down in order for you to be successful. Now, the first thing you gotta look for is the people around this person. Now, typically, if you're playing a holding your breath underwater game, you're not doing it by yourself alone with no friends. Now, maybe sometimes people do that, but most of the time there's like people watching them or people underwater with them. Now, if there's someone next to them and their head's above water and let's say his friend's been underwater for a while, what I would do is I would try to get that person's attention and have them tap the person on the shoulder to get his or her attention. Now, what this does, it gives you an opportunity to assess the situation and seek information. Now, typically I would not rely on a pedestrian's information for your judgment, but in this tricky situation, you want to collect as much information as you get. Now, if you look at the person's friends and like try to like do like a thumbs up, like to see if the situation's okay, and they give you a thumbs up, most of the time they're holding their breath underwater. But if they look at you all confused and they're like, what the heck? Like, oh, I don't know this person, then you have to go to stage 2. When this is all happening very quickly, you're not doing this over a course of 5 minutes, you're doing this over a course of like 10 to 20 seconds. As you guys probably already know, during the lifeguarding course, 30 seconds is a long time to be underwater, especially when you're like swallowing a bunch of water. So you're doing this pretty quickly. Your main goal out of this situation, besides making sure everyone is safe, is to enforce the rule of not doing these holding your breath games underwater for like a crazy long period of time. When I'm lifeguarding, I don't like kids holding their breath underwater and doing these super long 45-minute swims along the bottom or like holding your breath in a circle for a long time. I'm not really a big fan of that, so I usually try to enforce that at the beginning and kind of set the tone. But in this situation, what you want to do is you want to get their friend to tap them on the shoulder and then say, hey buddy, you can't do that. Now, I've heard a lot of stories of lifeguards jumping in thinking that this person was drowning and needed assistance, and then having the person pop their head up and be super confused. Now, I don't want any of you guys to experience that, but I'm here to tell you being embarrassed is a lot better than not saving this kid's life if he's in danger. The message of this video isn't, oh, if you see some passive victim, wait extra long to make sure he's drowning. Like, that's not the message, because basically you're being negligent and you're not doing your job. But basically, I'm just trying to give you guys some tips of how to assess the situation quickly and obtain information to avoid embarrassment while at the same time making sure this kid's okay. If that makes sense, I think I said that pretty well. But this is just one of those tricky situations as lifeguards. It's so annoying because it's like, it happens all the time. And it's one of those things that if you're just trying to enjoy yourself and guard a long day and just like do your thing, it's like, this is something, it's just a little hassle you have to worry about. So I highly recommend you set the ground rules straight. If you recognize a bunch of kids holding their breath in the water and doing contests, just try to stop it right away. You don't have to be super aggressive and run over, but just like, hey buddy, like you guys can't be doing this. Basically something like that. So I hope this video helped you guys. This is just a little bit of rant because I remember one of my recent videos, I was reading through the comments, I saw someone comment about this and I was like, wait, that's kind of a good idea for a video, because a lot of the time this happens, especially when you're lifeguarding. It's one of those like weird areas of lifeguarding where it's like, it's kind of a tricky situation. It's like a gray area. So I just wanted to make a video for you guys about this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.